Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody back to my YouTube channel under Norman Lecoq and Rooster's Art. That website is down right now. It should be up in a couple of weeks. Give me about 2 weeks. It should be up and running. Have a whole lot more new pictures and paintings and tiles. You name it, it'll be up there. This is a new painting I'm working on a commission. It has the same subject at different ages. His name is Ron, good friend, brother, cousin. This is the older version of him right here, and this is the younger version. His wife, Adrian, commissioned me to do this painting, actual drawing for him. He recently passed. These drawings, I'm getting them in as much detail as I possibly can. I'm using chalks, which is called pastels, on sandpaper. And all what I'm doing is mainly laying everything out and blending right now. This type of sandpaper, it's relatively good. I wouldn't advise someone who's not that skilled in drawing portraits to use this type of paper. It takes a little more to get accustomed to because of the tooth that it has. And the tooth is mainly for adhering the chalk to it, and can get kind of rough on your fingers if you apply too much pressure to it, should I say. How I'm doing this drawing, I'm going from left to right, right to left, to make sure all the perspectives are in play. There's different other ways you can possibly do it, but that's the way I chose to do it. I'm laying the color in, and I'm gonna come over again and continue to build it up. Once you learn these techniques by either a trainer or a trial and error, you'll find that they work very well. Very, very well. I'm laying everything in first, and then I'm gonna come back with the detail. I go with the teeth. I actually go in with gray first. Blending it in. And his mustache is gonna go in a little later, after I finish with his top lip. They have different other types of paper you can possibly use for doing portraits or anything smooth. Like, you want the skin tone to look real subtle and real. Canson has some pretty good products that I've used from time to time. Works well. These papers, what I'm applying this on right now, they're pretty costly. These about from $25 to $30 a sheet. But it's well worth it. Right now what I'm doing, I'm just laying in some prime areas of interest before I start with some final details. Just go lightly. You can kind of hear the roughness of the paper itself as I'm applying the chalk to the surface. So just imagine what it could do to your fingers if you rub too hard. How I'm doing, I have all my pencils like ready to go. Sharpen and sand it down. Matter of fact, the sandpaper itself can almost sand them down for you. See what you're doing here? What you're seeing, you're just laying it out lightly. In movement in a circular motion. Even laying out where his mustache is gonna hit. Cast a little shadow. Remember the shadows I spoke of in earlier videos? Cast shadows, surface shadows, and reflection shadows. If you want a good painting, you have to have all those shadows or drawing. Once your eye and hand coordination start to work in sync, it's unbelievable the detail you could gather in placement with these drawings or photographs that you have. This is ultramarine blue right here. I usually, when I have a dark blue, dark burnt umber area, to get it that tone that I'm looking for, I use ultramarine blue in it, and it gives you those subtle tones that you're trying to achieve without going too dark or too light. And you go back in and blend them up, and it works for me. Just like a surgeon when he's getting ready to do operation, he have just a subject matter or what he's working on visual to his eye, so he wouldn't be picking up any other part of the body with me, other part of the subjects that's covered, because I don't need to see them. My main point of interest are these two photographs and placing them in the appropriate position on the paper. See, I'm not rubbing hard with this paper. I'm pretty subtle with it. just building it up to the consistency that I'll need. Show that depth perception. Again, if anybody have any projects they're working on and need some help, give me a call or email me. It'll be listed on the web page or my YouTube channel. Be glad to help you, but I can't help if you don't ask. See how that chin is gathering that shape that we all looking for. It's getting pretty cold out here in Louisiana. That's where I'm videotaping from, Louisiana. It's seriously cold. We are not too used to cold weather out here. Mardi Gras been canceled. But we will survive. Right now what I'm doing, I'm making little shorter videos due to time limits. I don't want people to get too bored with watching me, but just follow each segment, shorter segments, to try to give you more in-depth on how things are done, you know, and subscribe to my channel. Just click and subscribe. Just building all this area here up. Going up and down with this application right here to get that skin tone and revamp on some things you previously done. You may have in the wrong place, like this here. And come back. Pastels are, to me, are forgiving once you know what to do and how to do it. They are. See how easy that was to fix up? Like someone probably said just now, yeah, easier said than done. But you follow these roadmaps, And yes, I do keep talking about road maps. They are real. And it works. It really do works. See, that's that ultramarine blue I was telling you all about. How it takes on those dark areas without getting too dark. And adding burnt umber to it. Picked up the wrong pencil. See how it comes to almost like a split right here? I'm just going up and down with my small pinky finger to get that area in. These here are the bigger blocks of chalk, just in a larger form other than the pencils I use to get into fine detail. And this is in real time. Looking at it, checking it. And I use these little sanding pads when I like to get my pencil a little sharper. Place it right here and just rotate it. Okay. See how his mouth now is starting to shape? I just wanted to get some reference on his chin and jawline, and then come back with these other areas slightly to give me some guidance to where I'm going with it. Like I said, road maps. Well, that's face maps now. I'm in this area right here, drawing right in this area. That's what I'm talking about, the road maps. Just follow them and duplicate them. Use your grays too. This is gray I'm using right here. Slight circular motion. And this is the yellow ochre. going downward with the motion of this pencil on the paper, and a little circular. I'm going very, very soft circular motions right in this area here. Just a small blending. I'm going back to the lips again. Little flesh tone right here. And a little gray right here. And I'm outlining that bottom lip with that same gray. Then come with white. That. And back to the top of the lip. Gonna use the same gray. And some more dark brown. And underneath. And the mustache is going to cover most of this area here up. Lightly pass over that. In the crease of the mouth, it's always going to be darker. Always a little darker, always to the back of the mouth. Should I say the lip line, not the mouth. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Going over again, a little small circular motion, you know. And now I'm going to start laying out the actual teeth in the mouth. Actually use brown. to see why I'm using brown later on. And try not to hit the other areas you just worked on. Go into the center, right where it's here, that part of his nose, about the center part of his nose right here. Try to get everything balanced. There. There. Come up with it. It's pretty close right there. Going with my black now. Not hard, but very soft. I'm patting this on in place. You can hear the roughness again. It don't take much. And a little blue, light blue. This is gray again. You go with the more dominant tooth right here. And this is gray. It's not white yet. This is gray. I'm going in very small circular motions right now with this gray. Remember earlier I had gray on it also. Now some of these tooths way to the back, tooth all the way to the back. They're not going to be as prevalent to recognize, but you know they're there. They're definitely there. Again, I want to thank all my subscribers who've recently subscribed and past subscribers. I thank you. I appreciate you. You showing me that you like the videos. Comment that can help me have better videos. I really appreciate it. And you can actually call me. I have my actual number, 832-489-4300. My email address is nlecoq58@gmail.com. Now this here is the white that I'm going back in with. Remember, this is the first tooth you're going to be working away from. Going very, very light, people. You're going to come back and place some other reference points in as we go. Just want to get this established first so you can move on to other steps of the drawing. My finger's just a little bit too big to get in some of the crevices, so I'll use what they call a stump. It helps a lot. That's just blending in some small areas where you can't actually reach. Just trying to get some of this white onto the paper itself. It may look a little strange right now, but it's working out the way I want it to work out. Just like building a house, you have to have a good foundation. If you don't have a good foundation, nothing else works. See how they are taking shape now, better but I had to build it up first. That's normally how I do it. I call this one I'm doing right here, placing in key areas where you can see the definition of the teeth. Another thing with doing these type of drawings, when you have good photographs, your work can come out really good. But if you have bad photographs, your work will not show that much in reference to what the people look like. You have to have good photographs to submit to that artist. Plenty of time he or she may be able to capture it from various photographs that they may have, and it works. But it's best to have good quality photographs like these here. And he was also a noted photographer. Very, very good, very talented. Well, I'm gonna close this segment out and come back to the other channel and see what more I have to offer. I want to thank you for the segment and take care. Bye-bye.